So I was having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling them about the reciprocity project. I'm like super passionate about it. And they asked how long I've been working on it. I said 6 years, and they were blown away. And I was like, "Did you look inside to see what was going on?" And they said that, yeah, I went to the front page, and then I realized I was like, no, they did not go inside and see what was going on. And clearly that's a message for me. I need to fix this part so people can join it and see. But at the same time, I wanted to show you some of this stuff. And I haven't done something like this in a while, but I really want to sort of show you all the different things I've been working on. And it's a message of don't give up, right? It's a message of you can do some wonderful things if you have determination, and things don't happen overnight. Like, this is the message that drives me bananas, that is displayed on sort of popular culture or sort of pop business stuff, is that it should happen in a year or two. And I'm like, no, right? These things happen a long time. They are, think about any project. And then I was like, that's where I was like, okay, think about how long you've done this thing. And yes, it's taken a long time. Think about how long it takes to learn a language or whatever. It takes a long time. And when you're building something like a platform like this, with a limited budget, all of that kind of stuff, then yeah, it's going to take a long time. Even with a massive budget, it still takes a long time. So I wanted to show you and walk you through, and I'm going to continue doing this, building this platform out, making sure that's cool. I mean, there's just some really amazing advances that are going on with machine learning and all that kind of stuff right now. Like, why would I stop? Because it is really a moment in time where, where I was thinking ahead 6 years ago, I was thinking ahead. It's just coming into sort of age at this moment where we could do some really cool things, and I'm going to continue to work this out. So, here it is. I'm going to show you, walk through. That's my spiel of, that's whatever. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of this. It will take you to this welcome page. I don't know. I guess it's okay, the welcome page. But I wanted to show you, okay, we could go to the profile first. I accidentally clicked on that. Profile is up here. But, this is where you can, buy credits and get bonus and stuff. But it gives you all a bunch of information about how you're actually performing and what you're actually doing. Yes, I haven't reviewed too much on this account. But, it's got all of this information in terms of what you can do. We're adding stuff. Right now, I'm actually adding some really cool things to tailor to where you're actually writing to, and specifically sort of journal articles and stuff. But all of this is pretty cool. But that's just like a profile page. I'm going to make this better, obviously. So let's go to the documents, so I can show you some of the features that we've been building on. So if I wanted to, let's create just a new document at this moment. And I don't know, cat and dog. So I'm going to say a cat and a dog ran up a hill to catch a pail of water. The cat fell down and bumped its head. Okay, so I can actually paraphrase this. I don't know, it's a little small for, maybe I'll add some more. Bumped its head. The dog ran up the hill again to help the cat. Okay, so now we've embedded some of the machine learning stuff in here, and it should paraphrase this content and give you, based on the OpenAI engine. Yeah, so it gives you like a new thing that, some new paraphrase content. And so I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to come back and edit that again, and then suggest a title, find a suggested title. This was really cool. This is sort of something that we put in somewhat recently. Okay, so kind dog helps cat uphill, carries water. That's great. Gives you suggestions in terms of suggested titles. So that's AI stuff. But I also built in, we could check the tone here, and we can check the tone of the document itself. So this will tell us whether it is, positive or negative or whatever. And give you some information. So it's generally positive, right? We got sentiment analysis. It tells us generally positive. We can actually download these documents and give you, like, in a PDF form. That was something we put in fairly recently in the last year. I'm not going to click that, but it gives you overall sentiment. So if you have a bunch of stuff written, so it's 100% positive. That's great. But here's something that's cool as well that we've added. This was the most recent feature that we've added, but cluster analysis. It shows you how things are actually clustered together. The sort of different topics within it are clustered together. So you can say, hey, if there's an outlier, so this is really important for research, for example, because you want to have things that are tightly clustered together. And if there is an outlier in your writing, then you probably want to remove it, right? And this just uses some cluster analysis to understand whether you should keep all of that text in there or not. But, there's some more features I wanted to show you on this. One of them is it will do a plagiarism check as well, so we can check the plagiarism. It's doing its thing right now. It's calling up basically another piece of software that's searching the internet. It searches the entire internet, just like any of the sort of plagiarism services that you know of. And it's looking for whether that this is plagiarized content or not. And it takes a little bit of time because it's sort of calling the software. So I'm not going to stay here because I don't want to waste your time, but it's calling the software to see whether there is this plagiarism that's going on, and I suspect it's going to say no. But okay, there we go. So plagiarism report basically didn't find anything is essentially what's going on. And then if we go here, I might actually change this in the future, but I'm still working on it. But this is just a basic grammar checker. I'm thinking of changing this, but once I get there. So yeah, it tells you some basic writing stuff. What's wrong with it? All this sort of wordiness, all kinds of stuff. I still want to work on this. It's a work in progress, right? To make my life and your life easier. So that's some of the things. What else we got here? Oh, send a review. This is what's the important thing. Duh. So if I wanted to send this to somebody else to review, the whole platform is based on reciprocity. So imagine like an Uber or an Airbnb or whatever, right? Like any of these kind of platforms, that's kind of what it was intentionally built to do. And so you can get different writers that want to participate, so you can automatically select whether you want reciprocity to identify those for you, or you can give a discounted rate if you want to, right? So this would be a discounted rate, but then it would be for ones that are not proven, essentially, for individuals, editors that are not proven. This is, if you want to actually select those, so you have to pay the same rate as for the 4-star reviewers. So let's say I want to, we'll select this. I'm going to cancel it, but let's say we want to select it, then we submit, and then you can actually tell and give them instructions, right? Hi there. And you can say whether it's confidential, this is sort of contractual stuff. It'll pop up a contract. Basically, it'll give a contract that says, hey, there's all this stuff here, make sure you protect it. Sending it for review. Right now it's identifying somebody, putting it into the sort of community to find somebody that would want to review this. So that's pretty cool. You can also go and so you can select any individual, right, that wants to participate and help out, right? You can choose who those individuals actually are. So if you wanted to be a reviewer on here, so the reason why AI is getting damn good, right? It's getting really, really good, especially with the sort of the generative AI stuff that's coming out, but you still need people to look to see if it makes sense, or you want to use it for just getting feedback on what you're doing. So you can actually request a job, and if you request a job, actually we worked on some of this a while ago with making sure that it was a little bit more interesting to use. So I can request a job, and then that will send, if somebody sends something for review, you can actually edit the particular document, give them feedback on this particular document. So that's the name of the game, is give other people feedback to help them out. And then if you're good enough, you sort of maintain a high enough standard, then you will get paid a portion of the credits. I believe it's 80%, and the system takes 20%. If I remember, I probably should know that number, but something along those lines. Don't hold me to it. Continually working at this thing, you kind of forget over years. So anyways, then we've got, the sort of payment structure. We added all of this kind of stuff, right? So you can, look at what you paid for, what was going on, all this kind of stuff, like a ton of stuff, right? That we've added. The community page is pretty cool because you can actually see who individuals are, and you can actually request editors directly from the community page now. That's a relatively new feature that came on. So I can actually just request this particular individual to review one of the documents that I actually have, right? So I can select one of those, which is really fun and interesting. But, as well as you can see who these individuals are. This is, one of my accounts that I have on there. And you can see all the information. It's a blank account, basically. I don't have a lot of stuff on there, but, there's tons of stuff that you can see in terms of who these individuals are if you want to find them and you actually want to use them. So tons of stuff. There's a growing community at this moment of people that are very capable, that are wanting to be editors, or people that just want to participate in some sort of way. Okay, so the analytics page, there's a kind of a bug, not necessarily a bug. It works. What's happening, and here's the problem with this page, is that I have so many documents on here. This is a new feature that we put in, and the feature is looking at the topic clusters across all the documents. You remember I showed you the topic clustering within the document? Now we have it across all of my topics and all of my documents. So because I have so many documents up there, this is something we have to fix. What's happening is it's trying to call all those documents and get cluster analysis across them, and it's getting bogged down. It works on a few different papers and stuff, but so this is something we have to face. It's a known issue. But what you would see, and I wish I could show you all of this, because up until 3 weeks ago, I was able to show you all this kind of stuff, but it shows you all this sort of analytical stuff of how your writing is going and doing over time, right? So it's not just within the specific papers that you're doing, but like how much is what's your document readability over time? Is it improving? What's the sentiment analysis? Are you becoming more negative or positive? How is your plagiarism going? And it's just kind of nice because I don't know too many other places that do this to give you that information. And I'm going to keep building some more stuff out because I want to discover this kind of stuff, right? I'm big into learning. That's my thing. I'm going to present this stuff as much as possible. We'll keep adding. We'll just keep adding and making life better for you. Help page, if you need to use it, gives you some information on that. There's some things it's not quite developed completely. I want to work on developing it out. So help page, work in progress. But, as you can see, all of these things that I've been putting in and we've been working on, you can see there's tons of stuff, and we're adding a couple of new features that are really cool. One of them is helping it tailor, using some of this AI stuff to tailor to your writing style, for example. I'm going to be adding a whole new section for basically the classroom, right? So you can use it as kind of a group classroom kind of scenario, classroom / organizer kind of a group. You can see that there's just tons of stuff, and I am doing this because I think that there is an unbelievable need in the world for something like this. And I just think we need to democratize research, and we need to democratize work. It shouldn't be in the hands of a select few. I think we should make it as easy as we possibly can across the board so that many people can get access to just get access to the ability to do research and to do work. Obviously I'm going to keep using a lot of the AI features that are coming available and putting this stuff in just to make your life just easy, right? And I think I could do that. I think I could be part of the change that will make you, make your work, make who you are, just better. And, part of my message with what I'm trying to say is I want to be supportive. I want to be that person that's in your corner that's going to be there for you, and I'm going to do everything that it takes and use all of my available tools, everything, for as long as possible to help you out. So that's it. So hopefully you got something out of this. We're continuing to work this out. If you want to help, please do. I appreciate it. First thing that you can do is just log on. More people that log on to the system, like actually go into these kind of pages, the more that it is demonstratable to investors and stuff like that. So, all right. I appreciate you. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.